Hi everyone, I've got a viewer's question today. It's from Ellie. Ellie says, "Hi Agnes, I've been watching your videos and I know you are a big supporter of giving versus getting. I really like the interviews with Marvin. He seems really lovely and wise. However, something has really triggered some anger and disagreement in me, and I think it might help others who have been in my position. I've also been a people pleaser, and I spent this weekend doing 3 hours a day of forgiveness to my parents, who were at the source of my second best and trying to get. I've forgiven them since, so no longer. I felt I had to do X, Y, Z to get them to love me and notice me. On the other side of the coin, I overgave to my family and friends, buying dinners for popular kids to get them to be my friend, and just sucking up to my stepmother so she would be nice to me. I did recognize this behavior, which led me to become the opposite, a doormat. I would just let people take from me, as I had realized overgiving and trying to get wasn't working. But I ended up in the complete opposite and letting friends cancel on me, SPs treating me a certain way, and me not wanting to rock the boat, or just accepting not nice behavior that was being given to me. So my question, what's the difference between giving, overgiving, and being a doormat? I saw some people in your videos who I just disagreed with what they said, because from my position, it sounded like, even though I know they most likely are not, they endorse doormat behavior. And like I said, I allowed a lot of things, never over contacting my SP, smothered him with all the freedom he could want, never expecting anything when I gave to friends. So I'm not sure how to apply giving in my life in a healthier way." Great question, Ellie. So I'm going to go through this section by section, okay, because there's lots of good little bits in here. So going back to your question, you said, what is the difference between giving, overgiving, and being a doormat? Okay. So you were talking about giving for a particular reason. Okay. So you were saying you overgave to family and friends in the way of buying dinners for popular kids to get them to be my friends. So you see, that's not really a giving. That's a getting. You're giving to fishhook, as I would say, get something back. You want to be liked. You want to be accepted. You want to belong. You want to feel wanted. So your underlying giving is coming from a getting place. Okay? So that's the first thing I want to say. Now, you also said, now getting, okay, so giving, overgiving, and doormat. Okay, you mentioned the three things. I'm going to tackle that first. So the giving in this instance is you're giving, but you're giving from a place of getting. Okay, so I would classify that as not giving, even though it looks like it on the top, on the surface. The underlying thing is I want to get approval, I want to belong, I want people's attention, I want to feel loved and wanted, and I'm going to give to see if I can get that back. Okay, so that's the first thing. And look, a lot of us start there, depending on what's happened in our childhoods or what's happened in life. You know, we do what we do on automatic response. So that's just one way that our neediness and our wanting to be appreciated comes out. Okay. The second thing you said, overgiving. Okay. Overgiving is in a way linked to that type of giving, the one you just mentioned before, giving and overgiving. It's like you're doing it again from a place of, I'm going to overgive to you, so hopefully then I'll get something back. Okay, so it's driven by, again, feeling like you don't belong, and inferiority, feeling left out, feeling, I think, not good enough at the base. feeling unloved and not good enough, feeling not secure, feeling insecurity, feeling anxiety, feeling those negative emotions, okay? Now, the doormat, I think, is just another level. They're all levels of, I think, the same thing, okay? Anybody that has self-love isn't a doormat, does not accept bad behavior, and if they're working on their self-love quite consistently, you don't even attract the doormat behavior from other people, as in you don't over doormat and people don't treat you as if you are one, okay? So when you do this stuff, when I talk about giving on my videos, it's not giving from a place of I'm giving because I'm trying to get, because I don't feel like I belong, I don't feel important, I feel like I don't matter, I feel like I'm not a priority, etc., etc. That's not the kind of giving I'm talking about. I'm talking about giving from a genuine place that your self-love's good, your cup is full, you have enough to give to somebody else. You might lend a friend an ear because she's struggling with something, or you might lend your brother a hand because he's moving. You might, help your child with their schoolwork, a genuine giving, because you would like them to learn and become more knowledgeable. But you need to have your own foundation of good self-love underneath all of that, because I hear this, especially with women giving, but they're resentful. That's not giving. That's feeling obliged. That's doing things because you feel guilty. That's doing things because you feel you have to. Okay, that's not the kind of giving I'm talking about. So you got to really first lay the good foundation. You got to look after yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. When you kind of stabilize with that, then you can go on to really giving to people. So it's like, this is why I talk about the self-love, and I think I talk about the getting versus giving, because the getting, you got to look at whether the getting is underneath the giving. Am I coming from a full cup? I've nurtured myself. My self-love is good. I'm feeling great. I feel like, how can I be of service today? I've got some time. I've done certain things for myself. I don't want to be so self-centered that I focus my whole life on me. Let me bring that good feeling that of looking after myself into other relationships. Okay, so you've got to look at what drives the giving. What am I really doing? Am I really giving, or am I giving because I want to get? And that doesn't matter which one of those levels, giving, over-giving, or doormat. You got to look at what's driving me doing this. Okay, once you identify that, and you look at how good your self-love is on a scale of 1 to 10 on a daily basis, you say, okay, today how am I feeling? Okay, I'm a bit tired today, I need to have a sleep, or I need to eat some good food, or I need to go out in nature and get some fresh air, whatever it is. You attend to those things, and then you have some time and you go, hey, let me go and, whatever it is, give to the people around you, help in, whatever way, shape, or form. You give your time. The greatest thing you can give to somebody is your time, because that is something that you can never get back. And it is a very, very valuable commodity. So, Ellie, thank you for your question. I read it. You sent it to me. I can't remember when. I've just forgotten. But it is a very good question. And I do think that this whole, giving from the heart, from a self-loving, full cup place versus giving to try and get some attention from somebody, or you want someone to like you, they're very different things. And I'm glad you asked this question, because like you said, will be other people that will be interested in this, and hopefully it will answer some questions for you. So lots of love, and I again will see you, you know where, and you know when.